Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fall look for you guys. I know it's not fall yet, but it's September, so in my heart and mind it's fall. That's just how my brain works. So we're going to be doing a fun yellowy, orangey, fiery fall kind of look. And I got this from, I guess, inspiration from like the changing of the leaves, how they change from yellow, green to yellow to brown and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to be using my Super Shock shadows for this because I have a couple that I think would work really well for this. But you don't have to use Super Shock. You don't have to use those. You can use whatever colors that you have that are similar to these and it'll work just fine. So to get started, I've already got my base and what have you done. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Don't mind my hair. Don't. I just put it in a little braid and put it back because I always wait to do my hair until the last thing because, to be honest, I don't really care a whole lot about doing my hair. I do, like I want it to look nice and stuff, but I don't care as much about it as I do as my makeup. Speaking my robot language again. So it is what it is. I'll fix it when I'm finished. So to get started, I want to take a little bit of a brown as just a kind of outer corner type base, and so I'm going to be using Noontide from Super Shock. That's the second time I've done that. It's from ColourPop, but this is an ultra metallic and it's just a cool brown that I'm pretty sure I want to use for my outer corner. So I'm just going to take this Luxie Precision Shader brush. It's just a little flat guy like that. And I'm just going to tap a little. I don't want a whole lot of this because I don't want it to be brown. I want it to be quite colorful, actually. But I'm just using this for a little bit of depth in the outer portion of the eye. I'm going to pat this on the outer part. Just out there. And I'm going to pat it until it is the opacity that I want. Which I think is good just like that. Really doesn't take a lot just for this, just a little pat in it. Make sure I'm doing the same shape. And then I'll worry about blending that in a minute. Typically you want to go ahead and kind of blend a Super Shock out because they might, you know, from where it's like a creamy formula, it's sitting there, might not move when you want it to move. So I take a little bit of a more dense fluffy brush if I've let it sit for a second and just work it out that way. But you may want to work one eye at a time if you're not familiar with them, just because they do dry down pretty quickly. And that's nice and diffused. Okay, now for these next two applications, I'm probably going to want to use my finger. I'm not sure. This is in the shade Let Me Pass. It is like a fiery orange. It's like a gold orange with almost just a little bit of like red in it. I don't know. It just reminds me of fall. So it's what I'm going for. I don't think this is going to apply with a brush the way that I want it to. Now, we're going to use our finger for this one and probably for the last shade. Like I said, this is a 3-shade look. So it's not going to be incredibly hard. Anybody could really achieve it. And I don't want to overlap entirely over that brown, but I do want to pat it just over it on the edge so it kind of blends together a little bit. Now I'm going to work one eye at a time with this color because you really don't want this to be splotchy. And I'm going to blend that out just a little. This is really a super easy eye look to do. I'm going to do the other eye. And fall is like my favorite time of the year, especially makeup wise, because I feel like, I don't know, I can just do such fun looks. I mean, you can obviously all year, but makeup wise I feel like it's more fun than spring, even though you can do like pastel-y pinks and greens and whatnot. I just have always loved fall. Even though, like I said, it's not till nearing the end of September, but I don't care because September means fall to me. I'm gonna take, let me see if I can use a brush for this part. I'm gonna take let's see if I have a more dense flat brush that I can use for this part. Yeah, let's use this Luxie 245 small shader brush. It's like a flat shader. I'm going to try to pick up a little product on that brush and run this orange under my eye. Just pretty close to the lash line. I'm not trying to create like a smoky lash or anything. I just want the color to also be on the bottom. Sort of using it to line underneath. And I'm probably going to go back in with that brown color and do the same. And by probably, I mean I am. I probably am equals I am. I'm going to dip back into that brown color and just do the very outer corner. Or the outer third, really. Alright. Now, the last color we're going to use is like a golden yellow, is the best I can describe it. It's Here We Go Again. And like I said, it doesn't have to be these exact shadows. You can use, you know, whatever yellows you have or whatever golds you might have. I'm going to use my finger again. Now for this, I want to mainly keep it on the inner third of the eye. So from, not from your iris over, but pretty much where the color, your iris begins. And then we're going to take a brush and do the same. And if you do it, I just did, it's alright. No biggie, wipe it away before it dries. And let me get that same dense brush I've been using. It's just an airbrush shadow brush from It Cosmetics. And with this color, I want to fluff it upward. I don't want to apply it directly up there, but I want to fluff and transition some of the color to up there to where it looks like a nice gradient that's just going across my eye. So like I said, I don't want to apply it directly with my finger up there because it would be too intense, but I definitely want to just fluff it out up there. Give it a little floof. And if you lose any of the intensity of the orange, you can always go back and reapply a tidbit just right there. But I think I'm pretty happy with the amount of orange I have. And if you have blue eyes like I do, these colors really make your eyes pop. I'm gonna add just a wee bit more just to the inner. Let me close this up. Well, first let me drop it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't drop it. So I don't know what you guys expect. Give me a break. Do the same thing. I'm just building up how much of that color I really want. And I think this is it. Yeah, that's really pretty. So, because I closed it up, I'm going to reopen it because I forgot that I'm going to run a little bit under my eye. So, take a little on that small flat guy that I showed you a second ago. Now I'm going to close it back up. You really want to keep those closed, by the way, if you don't know. And I'm going to take this on the inner corner to about the middle. Wipe off a little of the excess product. And then smudge it. Technical term, smudge, just like that. Alright, that is literally it for the eyes. Now, if you wanted to really amp it up with a wing, I would suggest using a brown liquid liner or shadow or whatever you like to use as your wing, but I feel like black would be a little harsh for it. But you could definitely use a brown liquid liner or a brown powder liner, whatever you want, to make you a nice little brown folly wing. So, with that being said, let me finish what I want to do with it, which is, since this really brings out the color of my eyes, I also want to make them bigger and pop, you know. So I'm going to use this Rimmel Scandalize, I said it right for the first time ever, this nude pencil, just on my waterline. I like to do this before I apply mascara, of course, as with any other eyeliner. This one specifically because if you do it after your mascara, you might get a little bit of the nude color on your black lashes and it just doesn't look good. You see how that's just a pretty good eye opener, right? Right. So the next thing we're going to do, obviously, is take our eyelash curler. You know what we're doing. We're curling and then we're mascaraing. And we're also making up words. That should be my intro. Hi, I'm Amy and I make up words. Alright, we're going to use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara in just black. I'm assuming, I can't remember and I don't think it says it on here. But it's whatever the blackest one is because that's the one that I get, the blackest. And we're going to apply our normal 2 coats, possibly 3. 4 if I'm feeling wild. And of course I would touch it to my bloody eye. Bloody hell. I'm always doing that. But you guys know that's why I have my Q-tips out here. This is a super easy eye look that you can use with any of these similar colors that you have. Just give it a shot and see if you like it. And we do our bottom lashes. Give a little fluff down there. And then we're going to do some cleanup with a Q-tip because, of course, I am a messy beast. First, I'm going to do my under eye curly. And then, you know what I like to do, just take a little Q-tip like that and do a little bit of a rolling motion as you flick away the color. And it just really cleans it up without picking up the product from your eyes. But if you do pick it up, it's not a big deal. You can just go back in. You can even put the eyeshadow on your Q-tip and retouch it up, or you can just use your brush or your finger and retouch it. But fortunately, I don't usually pick up the color when I do it just because I've been doing it for so long. I kind of have an idea of how heavy to go in with my hand. You can always go in a little heavier, but don't just go in super heavy-handed. Now you know. So the next thing I'm going to do is spritz with some Fix Plus, and then we're going to highlight. I need one of those little fans so I can be all extra and stuff. I'm going to take my favorite highlighting brush, which is the Luxie 522 highlighter, and you would think I wouldn't have to read it every time I say it to you if it's my favorite brush, but it is. It really is. I have a couple of dots from that Fix Plus. I love my Fix Plus, but I do wish the mister was just a little bit finer, you know? So we're going to take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Prosecco Pop, which just looks like this. It's like a champagne-y gold. It has like a gold shift to it. It's not just a champagne color. And I'm not going to go crazy with it today. I'm just doing a little bit in the places, you know, I like to typically do it, just the high points. Just this little number. And just a little on the chin. And I'm going to take my detailed brush, my Luxie 111 mini flat angled, which you know I like to use for my inner corner and what have you. Just stamp that a little bit in the inner corner. And whatever's left without dipping, I'm going to take just a tidbit under the brows to give the eyes a lifted appearance. I'm going to tap a little bit on the nose, on the center of the nose right here. hole right there. And I think that's good for the amount of highlighter that we have. Make sure everything's all nice and blended out. So, let's see. For lips, we have a couple ways we can go, right? You want to be really folly, you can use like a super bold lippy like that. This is just a mini, but that might be really pretty, right? Is that too crazy or no? So you can use a really bold color like that. No. Or you can use, this is just like a lip paint gloss. I feel like this is maybe more, I wish you guys could tell me. Click now and tell me. This one? We're gonna do this one. You know why? Because I feel like it. Because it's my first fall video and because I feel like it. This is from Mellow Cosmetics. This is in the color New York. It is a matte liquid lip paint. I have not used this before, so I don't know about the quality of it, but that is a frickin' pretty color. I really like this color. I hope this is a good formula because the color is so pretty. I love wearing a dark lip. A lot of people are intimidated by using dark colors. I say do it. I always try to encourage people to stop worrying about so much what other people think and do. Just focus on themselves and what's important to them, you know? Don't let somebody else's opinion stop you from doing something you really want to do. And if I really want to wear a plummy lip September 1st, you damn straight I'm gonna do it. Another thing I like to use my Q-tip for, you guys know, is to clean up any line I may have. I really like the formula of this. I didn't do a perfect application. I actually haven't applied liquid lipstick in a few weeks now, so I'm a little rusty. Something you gotta keep at. But let me show you guys the finished eyes. You see how it goes from that gold to the orange color to the brown. And you have that nude liner to open, give it open appearance. And you have that pretty plummy color. Like I said, my line isn't beautiful, but that can be fixed. It's okay. And let me take my ears off. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like this, and I will definitely have more fall looks to come. I'm most certain, definitely sure. So I'm glad you guys came and watched this with me today, and make sure you subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!